I don't know if you can get a close-up on my hand here, Carrie, but your body opening has many bends, folds, and curves, and if the tube is trying to enter your body at a fold or a bend, it's not going to be comfortable. It's going to feel like not quite right. That's not how we do it. We got to have it enter precisely in the center opening, and then it will not hurt at all in any way. So my suggestion to clients or anybody receiving professional colon hydrotherapy or even a home enema is listen to your body. Do not force. Okay, when we force things, when we become rigid and inflexible and try to force our will, we break things. Okay, we cause damage. That's not the goal. The goal here is to do no harm and to support our body's natural ability to eliminate the waste that has already served us. It's not like it's so toxic and a horrible, ucky thing that's killing us. It's not like that at all. It's vital life energy that we have been so blessed with by the grace of the gods and goddesses. The earth, the sun, the rain, and the farmers, the people that put a lot of energy into preparing this food for us. We've ingested it, we've let it nourish our bodies, and our bodies have amazingly packaged it up so that we can evacuate what we no longer need, so that it can go back to the earth as part of that cycle of life, feeding then the earth the nutrients necessary for it to be nourished and grow. So anyways, I love my colonics, and I hope that you're interested in trying it out. When you're experiencing it, it's just a very gentle process of slowly receiving purified water into the depths of your bowel. Sometimes your body only wants to receive a little bit and then release. Other times your body wants to receive a lot and you're able to really expand, and the water can go into the bends and the folds and the curves, those crevices that are grateful to receive the light of that water, compared to the matter that's coming from the small intestine, which is often fibrous matter that is present in the food that we've consumed. And hopefully we've been consuming a diet rich in fresh raw fruits and vegetables that have the perfect ratio of soluble to insoluble fiber. They're also very high in water, excuse me, and enzymes, and chewed very thoroughly so it's bioavailable, very easily absorbed. Hopefully we're resting and digesting so that energy is going within, so those functions that we cannot will with our mind that are involuntary can occur. And hopefully we're giving ourselves an opportunity to evacuate what's no longer serving us after every meal. So hopefully we're not having a lot of stagnation. We do know, however, that there is a protective lining, a barrier in both the small and the large intestine on the walls. It's a mucus-like coating made up of amino acids and beneficial bacteria. It allows nutrients to absorb into the bloodstream while keeping contained the fibrous matter for our digestive tract to then be swept clean through. Does that make sense? And that protective barrier, that mucus lining, can slough off and regrow every few days. It's fabulous. It's amazing. Of course, that's considering that we're giving our bodies what we need in order to regrow and regenerate these healthy new tissues and protective mucus linings. And that's also considering that we're not eating dead, devitalized, processed, starchy, greasy foods that actually contribute to that lining and adhere to it and cause it to thicken and harden and dry out and not slough off, okay? When things like that have occurred, which they absolutely have because of our modern diets and our modern lifestyles, then we want to look at deeper cleansing, and I can talk to you about that in more detail in another time. Usually we need to, of course, go back to the basics and look at consuming more fresh fruits and vegetables in their whole food form, combining them in divine ways so that they are able to digest the way nature intended, as well as potentially consuming things like psyllium or bentonite clay that are going to act as negatively charged mediums, physically bond with some of that older, hardened, dried mucoid plaque, and then help sweep it through. But that's another topic. You can also do things like colon hydrotherapy, where you're soaking the walls of your bowel, allowing that matter to loosen and soften, giving the muscles something to expand and contract up against so that they can exercise, strengthen, and tone, and then easily evacuate what is then loosened and softened. And that's pretty much what happens over the course of 30 to 45 minutes during a professional colon hydrotherapy session or a home kalima. The tube remains resting in your bottom. Through that tube, the purified water goes into your bowel, loosens and softens matter, gives the muscle something to work with. Your body gets that urge to purge sensation as those nerve endings are stimulated, and your brain gets the signal that you gotta go. Either you relax and breathe, and the peristalsis happens on its own, and the extra water and waste just evacuate your body, bypassing that tube, going into an open basin that is much like a toilet that you just don't have to flush, that also has a fan, so there's no odor associated with the process. Any odor from the waste that you're releasing gets drawn through the pipes and is sent up and out through the roof, so it's not contained in the room that you're breathing in. You're covered for privacy and warmth. And there's even a built-in bidet, so at any point you can rinse yourself down if you feel a little bit of splash from the water, or in this case poopy water, gets on you where you don't want it to. You can rinse yourself down, and then certainly after you're ready to transition from the colon hydrotherapy instrument off of that, you can rinse yourself down to clean up. It usually takes, like I said, 30 to 45 minutes. Water goes in, wasted water comes out. Sometimes a whole lot of water will go in and just a little bit will come out. It takes time for your body to work with the water as it's loosening and softening the matter. So I suggest that we have patience and gentleness, that we go within, connect and listen. We remember who we are. We remember that we will only release that which is no longer serving us, and that we have everything that we need within us, and that we are divinely guided and protected and safe. And if we're ever concerned and we're not feeling safe, of course in a professional colon hydrotherapy session, like what we're going to experience today, you will have attendants either right there at your side, giving you foot stimulation or abdominal stimulation, or simply reminding you to breathe and that it's okay to let go, that it's okay to receive, and that it's okay to release. And or you can also have privacy for short periods of time. We do adamantly check on our clients every 10 minutes or less, just to make sure that you're experiencing what you want to experience, as well as to just help regulate the process. There are many safety features built into these FDA approved and registered instruments so that the water does not get too hot. There's, like I said, the tube's well lubricated. It's got a nice curve to the tip. There's no way to hurt yourself while receiving that tube and receiving the water. Your body controls the ebbs and the flows. Your body controls the receiving and the releasing. So if you want to release, you can actually bear down and push and force out the extra water. Sometimes people are concerned, they're afraid, like, if I push too hard, am I going to push out the tube? Well, if you do, that's okay. The tube isn't part of your body, you don't need it. But during the colon hydrotherapy session, the tube is up against a water spout, so it doesn't have anywhere to go. You can push on it and it just stays in your body, and your bottom dilates and opens and evacuates the extra water in the waist, bypassing that tube. And so the tube will stay stationary the whole time. If under the extreme circumstance you had an extra large, extra dry and hard movement, piece of fecal matter to pass, then yes, it could dislodge the tube. But if that's the case, then great, get the tube out of the way to get that poop out, okay? So that's it. I know it's not exactly in a nutshell, but it is a simple process, and I like to give complex explanations because I believe the more we understand, the more that we know, the more we're going to be comfortable as we experience it. My inquiring mind likes to know, so if yours does too, there you have it. colon hydrotherapy through Tara Alder at Alder Bright Healing Arts.
Thank you very much.